Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your November reading. This is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I am doing a 50% off sale through December 31st of this year, and the specific readings are detailed in the description box with the discounted price attached. As we approach the holidays, please keep this in mind as a potential gift for others at an affordable price. And I thank all of you for being here and for supporting me in the ways that you do. And I do feel supported and loved. Thank you so much for such a small channel. Um, so let's get started, Gemini, with your overall energy, the world. This is you completing a cycle. You have been on a journey. What this is specifically regarding feels like something professional, work related, an environment, a way that you have learned to work with others or promote your relationships with others in a way that is more productive. And so you have been on a long journey, perhaps specific to your working life, but this can be the way that working with others at home, personally or professionally, impacts the way that you care for yourself, the way that you attend to your well being, your routines, your habits. This is to the end of becoming more productive and more efficient in your work. So you are closing out a cycle, a journey you've been on in preparation for leveling up to a new level of growth, power, exercising influence in whatever your arena. In the 10th house, this is the way that you are seen by others, your social identity. The Ten of Swords is absolutely describing uh, the huge shift in beliefs that has precipitated this change and this transformation from one level of work. Perhaps this is you releasing the expectations of others or the definitions of others about your capacity or who you are, what you're suited for. Instead, you are understanding that the sole purpose of your effort, your professional effort, as you've grown, has been to define yourself, identify your strengths and talents in a way that benefits you and, of course, benefits the organization, the team, the collaboration that you're working for. So, this is on behalf of others. You understand that you have a vision that may be or that was in competition with a mission or purpose or role that you were given, that was imposed upon you. So there is perhaps a lot of exhaustion, a lot of change, a lot of release, perhaps some physical loss. Perhaps you lost a job, you lost a home, you lost something that has forced you to clear away the debris of others' needs and desires so that you can make room to establish your own. In the first house, this is your perspective, the Knight of Wands, your enthusiasm, your excitement. It's also the way others see you. So, despite the changes that you are navigating right now, particularly in your community, in your world, in your work, you are enthusiastic about growing, about implementing new ideas, inspiring others, being inspired, and working off of the desire that you have to express yourself authentically. This is putting your gifts, your talents, your skills into play regarding a goal that you've identified as important to you, a place where you can shine. This energy is contagious, and there are many who are inspired by you and motivated by you. In the fourth house, your home, your family, your domestic environment, the Queen of Swords is describing the way that you are building up this new idea, this new implementation, this fresh practice that is inspiring you. You are being dispassionate about your passion. And this is really, as an air sign Gemini, this is in alignment with your natural temperament. You know how to employ your logic and reason regarding the things that you care about, the things that are important to you in the world, so that you can keep the dialogue open with others that you work with, live with, that are a part of your team, so that you can be productive in designing new ways to work together, to engage the ideas of all that are participating or that you want to participate in a more engaged way. This is almost feels like a dismantling of the hierarchy so that all members can participate from their place of strength and contribute to the solution or the growth of something new. In the seventh house of significant others, we have the Five of Cups. This is uh, signaling a change in the way that you understand your relationship with others. You have processed failures and disappointments in your relationships, not just with other people, but in your experiences through opportunities that have been a disappointment to you, giving away your power with the expectation that it would be returned to you with some dividend. But what you have learned as you've allowed yourself to experience the emotions of loss and regret, because you are allowed to have feelings about the many experiences that didn't work out or in which you feel that you were deprived. You have learned so much about who you are and what you will accept. You have developed a stronger relationship with yourself, and this is the tool that becomes your passage to establishing stronger relationships with others, more authentic relationships. You have addressed the potential within you. That's what's giving you the energy to create your own goals, to define yourself. And on that basis, you are linking up with others that are reflected in the stronger sense of wholeness that you are now inhabiting. If this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video. Please share this with others who may enjoy it. And please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Abundance card, and it reads, I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in my physical reality. This is what you're building. This is what you have earned. And this is part of this embrace of who you actually are unfolding to be. As a result of the process of learning and communicating what you've learned, you are sharing this wisdom with others. And this is what you're building upon. This is what you're making space for. In the first house, the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Swords. There is a strong not emotional content, more like a sense of sorrow, sadness, the heaviness of the past, the tremendous amount of work you did in good faith to support others, to be a good member of the team, to share your love with others, to offer what you have of value to others in a way that was not accepted, that has actually been a part of a sense of rejection that you may have experienced repeatedly. And this rejection, you're no longer internalizing this. You're actually mourning these failed relationships or opportunities, and you're understanding that by allowing yourself to feel the feelings of loss and disappointment, the suffering you've endured, the pain and trying, something that was failing you. You have actually released all of the beliefs that you understand were limiting you in the physical world. So you've taken responsibility for the losses you've experienced, and that is the key here. You don't blame anybody. You understand you had a part to play, and you're cleaning up your act. You're cleaning up those behaviors that betrayed you on your own accord. In the fourth house, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Hermit card. You've absolutely consulted your own authority in this process. You have spent time with yourself. You have consulted your own authority by seeking the answers within you, not deferring to outside authorities, supervisors, bosses, teachers, parents. You actually, although among those who are authentic to your support, you choose those. It's not as though you're not listening to anybody. By seeking answers, you're open to advisement, but it's the advisement that you know understands who you are. And in that way, you are reasserting that you have the right to be who you are discovering yourself to be. And you are freely sharing that information, that process, or at least modeling it for others. You understand that's your role. Certainly as a Gemini, you get that. The Five of Cups in the seventh house is clarified by the High Priestess. So again, this is the way that you're processing disappointments in your, particularly it feels like your love life, but your house of significant, important relationships is beyond people or groups of people. This can be your relationship to a goal, as an example. And here you are soaking up the wisdom, the knowledge that you've gained from disappointments and failures, and allowing yourself to be groomed by that, to recognize what you do know about who you are now. Through that process, you're opening up the floodgates to your past, your present, and your future. Your intuition is guiding you freely now. You're not dismissing the superpower to being one that is irrelevant or strictly emotional. It's not about your emotion, it's about your ability to open up to other forms and sources of information. And on that basis, you understand that you're stepping into a reclamation of a role that you've chosen. Now that you've taken responsibility for the disappointments and failures you've experienced, you understand what it means to step up to the responsibility, the freedom of making your own choices, of defining yourself and your own destiny. And the Ten of Swords in the 10th house is clarified by the Eight of Swords. This transition that you're experiencing causes you a fair amount of anxiety. For one thing, Gemini, you are a thinker, you are a communicator, you are processing a lot of information, a lot of opinions, a lot of experiences that you've had in the past, and a lot of what you've learned is all in play, perhaps in your head. This desire to be over analytical, to overthink something that really isn't about your thoughts exclusively. It's about your openness to new truths. And in that way, if you kind of not turn off your brain, because that's pretty impossible to do, but if you kind of deflect to your intuition, it may help you to relax in the present. You know enough to move forward. You know what your next steps are going to be. You already know your true path. You're uncovering that, and your empowerment is showing that you understand this is the way to go. But allow yourself to relax, to let go of all the plans, the details, the perfectionism. that is sometimes natural for those who can design a plan and outline a proposal. Really let that go and just know that you're in the right place at the right time to move forward. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with a chakra love oracle for you. And peace popped out. I love it. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. And this is a clear quartz represented on the card. Also, the crown chakra. This is the area of where the intuition enters, where information from other spheres, other realms, your past, your present, your future comes in. And by strengthening this, you are really aligning yourself with the most positive, beautiful aspects of resolving conflict, ending war, establishing peace within yourself as a precursor to activating, actualizing peace in your environment. Thank you so much, Gemini, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.